And we are live now on YouTube, and eventually will appear recorded for posterity, I suppose. We've got the whole campaign now recorded, or about to have it pretty quickly on YouTube. By way of a quick summary, we're playing the Lost Mines of Phandelver. The party, after considerable effort, managed to identify this mystical lost mine that legend says, is capable of forging magic weapons, and which was also the site of a fantastic battle many decades ago. They've explored the mine. They believe that somewhere deep inside the mine, they're going to locate someone that's been called the Black Spider, and that he's the one that's been behind trying to undermine their patrons, the Rock Seeker brothers, dwarves, trying to undermine them and assume control over the mine. And the party has set out to locate one of the missing dwarves for the other two, which have, at least as far as you know right now, are back in town, and also to gain control of the mine on behalf of the Rock Seekers. And they've made their way up into a small corner of the mine, into an area that they think at least has two different entrances posted on it, and they are preparing to jump inside and see what they find. And so we'll get started with, we're out of combat at the moment, and we'll get started with whatever you want to do next. But last we left off, I believe Shagui was sneaking through the hallway right here, trying to determine what was inside.
Yep, sounds right.
So you're gonna advance a little bit further forward here to try to figure out what's there.
Um, I guess I don't have dark vision, which was a sticking point.
Yeah.
So
So Xanafy's right alongside you.
yeah,
All right. So Xanafy, go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
So you managed to get close enough that you can pretty much make out what is inside. Um, and what you're able to see is a what looks like a drow who is sitting at a desk in the center of the room, working on something, and you can see four large spiders kind of wandering around the interior of the room, and then you kind of duck back into the darkness back behind it. There are some small light sources in there. Once people get in there, they should be able to have full vision.
well, it was a fun adventure while it lasted, guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what else I realized? I don't, and I realized this while Matt was talking. I don't know if we even checked this door that I'm standing in front of to see if it actually opens.
no, we saw that it has like carvings on it or something.
It looked
Yeah.
like the entrance to a temple to you, and you even managed to identify the god that is worshipped in this temple. His name is Du. Well, Dumathian. Yes, he's the
Yeah.
dwarven god of mining. So this was probably at one time a center of worship for some of the occupants of the mine. But you're guessing with giant spiders and a drow in there that's not what it's being used for any longer.
Oh shoot! I was thinking we could do like a Wizard of Oz thing, like a smoke and mirrors kind of pretend to be the dwarven god of mining, drive him out.
I mean,
That might not work.
It would probably help if one of us was a dwarf. In that case, but we're all not that.
We could just crouch down. Just like just get some grass or something, or a beard from one of the dead dwarves, and just be like, yeah, just like mags.
Can Isbrea do like an illusion spell? Do you have that?
Oh yeah.
I can do that. What should we do?
I mean, if this isn't
So
they worship, we could trick them into thinking that it's some sort of powerful deity that.
Yeah.
so if it fails, though, we're in a significantly worse position.
That's
without
true.
Surprise.
That's true.
There's also like, would a spider care if you look different?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm assuming we've all come back together and we're discussing this.
Yeah.
I would think the drow is the one that you have to convince, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What do our characters know about drow in this world, Matt? Would we know that much? Because they're not. You don't encounter them often, I would think.
Not a whole lot. I mean, you know that there's some type of elf and of elven type creature, but you know that they're not at all of the friendly and generally welcoming nature of what you see in most elves. They have a very dark streak to them, but beyond that, you don't really know a whole lot.
Would I know anything because I'm an elf, or is it enough that I'm just like a different type of elf?
You wouldn't know a whole lot more, no, because you really come from the same region and background as the rest of them.
Okay.
I suppose you might know that they tend to have magical abilities. Some of them do, like other elven kind.
How dumb are the spiders? I only ask because I want to try to use animal friendship to get them on our side. At least one of them on our side.
That's not a bad idea.
Because I mean, they're spiders.
I kind of assume it'll work. If it doesn't pass the save or whatever.
Yeah, I would think they would at least be susceptible.
Yeah.
Animal friendship.
I have this, but I don't think that's going to do much. I also have suggestion. Oh God, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, worth trying. Like, if you can make them leave us alone until we kill the spiders, and then we can all gang up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Seems good to me.
Now, it does say they've got to understand you. They've got to be able to hear and understand you.
The spiders or the elf?
I think if it's on the elf, though, he probably speaks Elvish or...
Yeah, couldn't I also, with, suggestion, use it on the elf to, I don't know, go sit in a corner and wait?
Yeah.
Would that be cool?
Yeah, and then we can kill the spiders, and then we can deal with them.
Okay. I'd like to use that then if everybody's on board.
So
just point at him and be like, you're in timeout.
You're going to walk in and you're going to attempt suggestion on him, and the suggestion is going to be go sit down in the corner.
Okay, yeah. I
Think about what you've done.
Well, sit in the corner and look away maybe, so that we could get an element of surprise after.
Wait, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. So, say sit in the corner for 7 of the 8 hours that this spell lasts.
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise he'll just sit down and then he'll just immediately stand up again and do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, then I think that I would like to describe them to go sit in a corner, like look away for like a solid 30 minutes. Would that be ideal? Yeah. I think 30 minutes should be enough time, right?
Yeah, it's 300 rounds, so I'm pretty sure this will be done by 300 rounds.
You never know. Okay, yeah, let's do that then.
Do we want to go in like guns blazing while she does this?
I mean,
I don't see a reason not to.
I don't see a reason not to either. I mean, I think you could even do it in the middle of a fight if you wanted to.
Right. I mean, we should try her thing at the start of a fight just because it means that the drow will be out of the fight theoretically for longer.
Yeah, that should be like the very first thing that we do. Like you run into the room and then you just yell out the spell.
Well, you're going to be able to surprise them based on the position that you're in right now.
Right.
I disconnected for a second. What's happening?
We're going to tell the drow to chill for a few hours, and then we're going to kill the spiders, and then we're going to deal with the drow, probably also by killing him.
Xanaphi runs into the room, you elven bro fist bump the drow, and then you guys go and get like dinner or something.
Okay, I'm
And
fine
then
with
we clean up the rest.
that. Okay. Can I still be friends with one of the spiders?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think I was reading Animal Friendship. It seems like it applies, so I think it'll work. If they don't save.
Right. Okay, I'm done with this plan. So Brolm and I will go in and attack stuff. The other two will go in and spell stuff, and we'll hope that it works.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Remember to click your token.
Yeah.
Sick.
Wow.
Wow, I'm higher than somebody.
What the
I'm
heck?
higher than two people.
Okay, one second.
Not me though.
Well, Isbrea, well done. This
Oh
is
my goodness.
this is
I am the best.
this is except some. Okay, we got to move Xanaphi up there.
Right. Sorry.
Okay, so Isbrea's got. You're going to get a free turn, and because you've got surprise, and then they'll begin reacting to you. So Isbrea is up first.
So should I do my suggestion or like?
I think suggestion's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna use suggestion. Solid reminder.
Okay.
I don't know. Does it really do anything?
So you're going to burst in the door. You got to be where he can see and hear you. So you're going to have to move at least to right here or to, somewhere about right here.
I'm right here. What's up?
Okay.
This is good. This can only go well.
Okay.
Room with a drow and 4 spiders alone.
So you point at him and you say what?
I need you to go stand in the corner for 30 minutes staring at the wall.
All right. And so he looks up at you and he has a blank expression on his face for a moment. And then he just starts chuckling, like with this really deep voice. Like,
Sweet.
So you, young one, were foolish enough to think that you could charm me?
Yeah, I
just make a
forgot.
sad face. Similar
It's
to-
fine. Just get the spider so I can ride it, and then we can attack him.
Okay.
Well, okay.
He says, well, it looks like I'm going to have to deal with you enough. Fine. I'll have to deal with you myself. Fine. I don't care. But you've still got them all a little bit off balance. And the spiders are quite uncertain about what to do yet. So you've still got a chance to do some things
Okay.
with
Well,
your surprise.
You hear me just sort of mutter from behind you. You're doing very well.
not at all.
Keep it up.
So I'm gonna do my cloud of daggers then, if that's cool.
Well,
I can't.
you've
Aw,
used
damn.
your action for this turn, but
Man.
you've got some more movement if you want to use it though.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move behind Brillium. Is that movement enough?
Yes.
Okay, I'm scared, so I'm back here.
Okay.
Cool, thanks.
When in doubt, hide behind Berlin.
Okay. So Xanaphi is next then.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go like right about here-ish. And I can see one of the spiders, right?
Yes, you can see one. You can see this one that's immediately in front of you.
Okay, I am going to cast Animal Friendship on that spider
Okay.
while still like staying out of sight.
Okay. And what is your spell save?
Where is that? Oh, 13.
Okay. So let's see here.
Would it be higher than that?
No, that sounds about right.
And it's going to make a
Wisdom.
wisdom at 13. Okay.
Come on, come on.
Do you have higher level spell slots?
No, I think she's just got level 1. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure about
I
that.
have level 2, but not for Animal Friendship. It's for something.
Well, level 2 just means that you can.
Oh no,
cast
I don't.
spell.
You can't-
I just have level 1.
I don't think she
Uh,
can cast second level yet. I might be wrong, but I don't think she can.
Yeah,
No,
she's
I
a
can't.
ranger,
I
so
don't think she
probably
can.
not.
Yeah.
All right, so 13.
Yep.
Here we go.
Come on, RNG.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes!
All right, so so the spider kind of gets up on its legs a little bit, and its front legs twitch a little bit, and you can see now that it's going to be friendly with you.
Yay!
It does a twitch of friendship.
A
Venus
twitch of
friendship.
friendship. Yes, like I'm just made the most wonderful elven friend.
Yay! Okay, we're gonna run away now. Come on, spider. No, can I ask him to like wrap up or tell his other spider friends that we're chill, like we're good, and that the drow is the bad guy?
I'm gonna say no. I don't think you can be so specific as to have him communicate with the spiders, and I'm not sure they can communicate that explicitly with each other. But having said that, it is charmed now.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him. Can I tell him to like?
Keep in mind, this is every turn in combat is 6 seconds. So this would be 6 seconds worth of communication to the spider.
You also don't speak spider, so this is like this is like body language and stuff, convincing it that you.
Can I go like this, like to tell him to come to me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll kind of waddle down the hallway towards you and just kind of wait, kind of sitting there at your feet, waiting for its next instruction. Okay. So we've got no actions from the giant spiders this turn, and then we get to She's turn, Shagwi's turn. I think I got that right finally at the very end. So go ahead.
So the spell says that the beast is charmed, or it says a lot of you and not a lot of you and your allies. So I'm wondering if I go past it, I will be attacked by the charmed spider.
No, you would not be attacked by the charmed spider.
Okay. Then I will run straight into the room and start punching him.
Start punching Nesnar,
The drow.
the drow. Okay. And all right, let's go.
Actually, so I'm going to start with my spear with 2 hands. 10 doesn't hit. She used it before on like a wolf or something.
Yeah, I did, and I was equally as excited about that as because I got to be his friend.
I'll spend a key point to try to punch him.
That is a hit.
for 4 damage, and I will make him go prone. Strength check against, what is it? 14.
Okay. I need to locate him. Here we go.
Is someone being arrested?
I think they're coming for Christina.
Oh,
Oh, no.
good luck.
I was wondering when they're that here.
Right. So he manages to stay upright.
Okay. I will punch him again, which misses.
That misses you.
Don't have anything else, so I'm good.
Okay. And that gets us to Brulem's turn.
All right. So I see Isbrea run in, yell something. She runs back out. So I'm going to run in, and if I
Help me
remember,
punch this guy.
yeah. If I remember, these squares are 10 feet wide, right? The ones on the map.
Yes, they're 10 feet.
Okay.
So
what I'm wondering,
okay.
I bet you probably know where I'm going with this too. I'm wondering if my breath weapon would be able to hit the drow and these 2 spiders, because it's 5 feet wide and 30 feet long. I think I might not be able to get that.
You can line up at least the drow and the spider immediately in front. I mean, it's I think you're going to have problems getting it aligned and hitting that third one.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
but you can hit a straight line easily between 2 points. So.
Okay, that's fair. So
Okay.
I'm gonna run up here to this position, and I'm gonna use my breath weapon. And let's see, that's going to be a dex save, and the DC is going to be 12.
12. All right, we'll start with the spider. So he takes half damage still, though, right?
Yeah, half on a save.
And what was the amount of damage to begin with?
Rolling it right now. It's like it's 8.
So 4 points.
And this would be acid damage.
Okay. So you splash some acid on it, and then we'll go for the dex save on the drow. Which, that's a fail, right?
It doesn't show up for us.
I'm sorry, it's 12 points. That's a fail?
That meets my DC, so I think that's still a save.
Yeah.
That's still a save. Okay, so 4 points for him.
Yeah. Shoot. Okay. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold my action surge and wait. That'll be it for me this turn.
Okay. And so we're actually up to the top of the next round now with Isbrea.
Cool. Can I use my cloud of daggers now?
Yes, you can throw the cloud of daggers in there. Where are you going to place it?
It's going to. Let me see if I can draw an arrow. Basically, like in what?
It's pretty small.
5 feet on each side. So it's a cube. So it's gonna. You could potentially pick 2 that you want to affect, and have it in range of within any 2 on here.
I'll pick the 2 next to Brulum, I guess. Yeah.
So we're looking at this one. We're looking at the drow, and we're looking at the giant spider that Brulem's engaged with.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's in place. I don't think it does any immediate damage, right?
It does, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not. When it enters the spell's area for the first time. So it is entering the spell's area for the first time.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I would think for sure whenever their turn comes, they're going to be there.
Right.
I'd,
I don't know if I did that right.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because it wouldn't
Yeah.
take damage twice, right? So
right. So
Yeah.
I think the way we'll do this is when their turn begins, they'll take that damage, and then we'll go from there.
it's one. There's no space between the first number and the D.
Uh,
Yeah,
there we go. Okay. So that.
My rolls.
So we'll go ahead and count 14 damage. Wow, that's a good roll. We'll go ahead and count 14 damage when the time comes for each of those.
Okay.
All right, Xanafy's turn.
Okay.
And I've been looking at the charmed rules, by the way. I don't really think you can do anything to make it attack the other spiders. But I mean, you just can't interact with it enough to get it to do that. But it's not going to be hostile to you or to any of the other players.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him to I'm gonna motion to him to sit outside the room and not worry. Just sit outside the room like a good spider.
Okay, so it cheerfully clops down the stairs and just kind of sits down in the corner there. And just kind of walks right past you and sits down over there and kind of waits for you to say something else. And so that's you get that for a free action, that instruction. And so you've still got an action and and movement for this turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move right here, and I don't really have a clear shot at the drow, so I'm gonna shoot at this spider.
Okay.
And is this close enough that I have disadvantage?
No, you don't have disadvantage at that range.
Okay, cool. Oops, one second. There we go.
All right, so that's a hit.
Nice.
Okay, so damage.
12 damage.
12.
All right. Yeah, so your arrow just kind of sticks right into one of its eyes, and where all you can see is just kind of the what do they call it, the fletch at the very end of the arrow. That's all it's sticking out of it now. It's just way down inside of it. A little bit of ichor sprays out. Really nice.
Sweet.
Okay. So now this giant spider doesn't take kindly to Xanafy's efforts to stick arrows in it, and so it is immediately going to spit a web straight back at Xanafy.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
You can keep shooting.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah, I got a sword. I could cut my way out. I'll cut my way out.
All right, so the web is going to, here we go. Rolls a 9. What is your AC? It's higher than that, I'm sure.
Yeah, let me check.
Probably 14 or 15.
Yeah, it's higher than that.
It's 15, yeah.
Yeah. So the web kind of sticks into the wall that's right behind you there, but it just misses you, so it doesn't have any effect on you. Now this spider that's engaged with Brulum is going to attack Brulum, but first it's going to take how many points of damage? Somebody remind me.
14.
14.
14.
Okay.
Dang.
So that's going to be, 14 points of damage, and then it's going to attack Brulum. And that one isn't working for. I'm going to have to roll that off the sheet as well. All right, so Brulum's AC is
16.
16, so he misses. And then this spider is going to clatter across the room toward... Wow, okay, so this spider, by the way, is going to move out of the cloud of daggers as for its movement. And this one, making its way carefully around the cloud of daggers, is going to come around here and engage Shagui and attack with its bite.
Okay.
So that's 10 piercing, and you also need to make a Constitution save.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Half as much damage, so it didn't roll the poison damage.
Yeah, right.
That
can't be
Whoa.
right.
Yeah, it's 2d8 instead of 28.
Oh, just roll a d28. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
rolled a
is that 4 or
d28.
5?
So that's 5. That's going to be 5 points.
Got it.
And you apparently don't take on the poison condition unless you get reduced to 0 hit points. That's the way I read that.
Ouch.
So now it is Shagui's turn.
Yeah, did the spider move back after doing that?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to punch it.
Okay.
Spear, so the 6.
All right, 6 points to the one that just attacked you.
So that was my attack of opportunity.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so it moved into range and then
moved
and
back
then-
out because it
try to
can't
move back
occupy the
out.
same space.
Oh, gotcha.
Spear against the drow. I will
Whoa.
happily take that 17 damage.
Crit against the drow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you just stick it right through his shoulder. It goes all the way through, and then yank it back out. And he is hurt really bad.
Okay. Then I'll punch him. Well, maybe the second one?
The second punch does hit.
For 6 damage.
Yeah, and he just falls back, flails back onto the ground.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I'll also make it so he can't take reactions this turn.
I don't think you have to. I think he's unconscious.
He is unconscious.
Oh,
You just like decimated that guy.
yeah.
All right, well, my job's done for this fight. Good luck
Yeah.
with the 3 spiders.
You can just go
And now
back to Phandelver.
you're gonna see the back of his head as he goes running out of the room with those hit points. The rest of you can take care of the rest of it.
I mean, yeah, actually, no spiders are in melee range with me, so I will. I'm just going to be right outside the door. I'm going to pop in later to see what's going on, but I'm staying safe for now.
Go grab a Starbucks while we're fighting.
Yeah. As you walk past me, I'm just like sort of fending off the spider's attacks, and I just look over and say, "See you back at the tavern."
You're taking really long with that spider.
Make sure to get us the chili fries before they run out.
Okay, Brulum is up.
Wow. Well, I can't let that go unanswered, right?
No.
Yeah, just crit it and then hit it again.
Yeah,
That
sure.
easy.
Just that simple.
Not that hard. Just get every single roll. Just get 20 every single roll.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack the spider I'm engaged with my glaive.
Okay. That's definitely a hit.
There you go. That was a 20.
That's good. All right. Yeah, max damage.
Yeah,
sure.
so you just
That's good.
slash its head off and it falls to the ground.
Yeah.
This is going to be way easier than the stupid flaming skull. I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah. What the heck?
I hit the stupid flaming skull like 3 times and it didn't die.
That thing was tough. And then I mean, not to be outdone, I'm gonna go ahead and burn an action surge, and I'm going to cast magic missile,
Okay.
and I'm going to I'm just gonna spread it out amongst these remaining 2 spiders. I'm going to do, I'll say 2 magic missiles on this one and 1 magic missile on that one.
You get you get a total of 3 1d4 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So I'm
it.
just,
So 2 on the one on the right and 1 on the one on the left, or did I reverse that?
That's right.
that's right. So here's for the one on the right. I'm going to roll 2d4. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the
That's
one on the
6
left.
damage.
How is that 6 damage?
It's 1d4 plus 1.
Oh,
for each
you're
one.
right. Sorry.
Yep, you're right. Okay.
6 damage for that one.
Okay.
And 5 for that one.
4 plus 1 is 5. Okay. So the missiles all kind of bounce off of them, and they kind of shift back a little bit in response to it, but then their focus kind of turns back toward you after that.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my movement, and I'm just going to come up and try to get in between Xanaphi and the spiders.
Good idea.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. So the Drow will lay on the floor unconscious for his turn, and then
That's
we
crazy.
get to Isbrea's turn.
I think I'm gonna heal. Yeah.
I'm actually okay.
You're
Like,
okay? Because
yeah,
you don't
do
look
whatever.
okay. I mean,
We're basically done with this fight.
okay. Well, I mean, that's really up to you, I guess. How much total damage did you do, Sinam?
A lot?
I'm trying to go back and count
Like
it.
30 or something? Like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
his total hit points were 27.
Oh my gosh. So
I
you
did
took
20
out.
in total.
Oh,
Wow.
And
And he had already taken
he-
4 hit points from the acid.
and he never got to do anything. He never did anything
oh,
because he was surprised. And he rolled, and it didn't help that he rolled a 2. Yeah, he rolled a 2
Right, 2 initiative.
initiative.
That's not true. He did get to laugh at Isbrea's attempt to charm him. So that's something.
oh man, I feel kind of bad for the guy. He didn't even get to punch anyone.
or
I
monologue.
blame
As
you
in-
for the flaming skull, so
As a DM myself, the only person I feel bad for is Matt. That really sucks.
And to think I was worried you were going to be outmatched in this encounter.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'll do the dissonant whispers on I don't know whatever's left alive at this point.
So there's 2 spiders in the back of the room, one on the right, one on the left. Your choice.
I'll do the left then.
Okay. And this will be a wisdom against your spell save, which is what?
It was 13, but I didn't get to level it, so just I guess keep it at 13.
Okay. So it passes and is going to take half damage, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
3d6.
let's see what half of this is. Yay!
All right. So this creature just kind of listens to this melody, and you can see it's just his head is just kind of shaking and bobbing, and it just begins to shake and shake with more and more intensity, and finally its head just explodes and it slumps down to the ground.
Huh.
Ha.
Killed it with mind bullets.
There you go.
All right. And so it's now up to Xanaphi to finish this anticlimactic climax to the adventure.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna do a cool little spin move,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna draw back my bow, like really like milk in the moment, and then I'm gonna shoot the remaining spider.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Woo!
It would have been so embarrassing if you just missed.
I know. I was just thinking I'm gonna roll a 1 on this one.
That is a hit.
Okay. 6.
6 points. Yeah, so this one sticks into its body, and it just kind of looks back up at you and hisses after it sticks in, hisses angrily.
Can I do a little Charlie Brown walk? Like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, and it's going to come right straight across, clatter right straight across for you angrily and lash out at you.
It can't move through Brulem's square.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. So instead, it's going to engage Brulum and take its anger out on Brulum.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
Oof.
It's 5 piercing and a
You'll be fine.
DC 11 Constitution save.
Oh, okay. So 5 points of damage. Constitution save. Here we go. Yeah.
All right. And we're back to Shogwi's turn now.
Yeah, let's walk up to it and then hit it with the spear.
Okay.
And then punch it.
The punch hits, not the spear.
4.
5.
I'll knock it prone. And I said the wrong thing earlier. It's dexterity for prone.
To go prone. Did you say strength earlier?
Yeah, but he passed anyway. So, and I assume his strength is lower than his dexterity. So,
Yeah, it is. You're right about that.
Wait. How much poison damage does Brolin take?
He
it's half. So
half. So let me roll the 2d8 for that. You failed the con. You didn't fail the con save, so it's half the 2d.
Yeah,
I failed it, but it's just halved.
So that's
3.
3. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
So Shogwi misses with the spear, but hits with his fist and knocks it back a little bit. And
there we go.
It's saved in the dexterity, but then like it was about 5 times as small and under his boot, he pushes his boot down on top of the spider and just squishes it, and ichor kind of sprays across the floor in that part of the room. And it is down. And now that we're out of combat, you can see a staff that has been dropped to the ground by the drow that's just lying right beside him.
Let's get that away from him to begin with.
Okay. And as you pick it up, you notice at the end of it there is just this enormous black spider that's on the edge of the staff.
So we're still missing a dwarf.
Yeah.
That's right.
What do we want to do with the remaining spider? What do we want to do with this guy? Who wants the staff? I don't particularly want it.
Is the spider alive?
Yeah,
the
it's
staff.
the spider that you charmed.
No, on the staff.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's inanimate. It's just kind of a staff that has a carving of a black spider on the end of it.
Okay. See, I thought this was going to be like a Zootopia thing where it's like you see the really big guy and then it ends up being the tiny little
The spider's going to talk to
spider
us.
that was calling the shots.
So everybody make a perception check.
Haha.
Hey, that's pretty good.
The dice are favoring you guys tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
I've been rolling pretty hot.
Yeah. So you all hear kind of this muffled sound coming from this room right here that you saw the entrance there. It sounds like some kind of humanoid or person, and there's actually kicking on the wall, like bang, 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 and then more muffled and struggling, and then bang, bang, bang coming from there. Now that the sounds of battle have kind of subsided, you're able to pick that up.
Okay.
I'm going to go check it out.
While you're doing that, I want to tie up the black spider. Is it cool if I murder this guy?
I'm fine with it.
Becca's
Mostly,
gone.
I don't see any value in keeping him alive.
I mean, yeah, so this is obviously the black spider, and this is the guy that was sort of at the top of this whole thing. So there's no information we really need from him.
Yeah, like literally the only reason why I would want to keep him alive is to interrogate him on who the real black spider is, even though I know he is the black spider, because I think it's funny that he was so weak. But that seems
Well-
like a pretty poor excuse to not kill him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dark elf in a room surrounded by spiders with a black spider staff. I think this might be our guy.
Who laughs maniacally when you walk into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and has a kidnapped dwarf in the next room over. Like, I think it's pretty open and shut case.
Yep. Book him, Dano. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I have no qualms about killing this nasty looking guy.
I'm all right with it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just kill him. He doesn't get any kind of cool fanfare or whatever because he didn't get to do anything that warrants it.
All right, he didn't even get to monologue any.
No.
He did a little bit when his
Yeah.
brow walked in the room.
Just a tiny bit.
So Brulum, I take it's checking out the room.
Yeah, I head towards the door. I see the spider down the stairs, and I sort of like grimace and immediately do an about face into the door.
Okay. So sure enough, you see tied up and gagged in the corner a dwarf that looks a little bit like the other two Rockseeker brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see a family resemblance. What kind of condition is he in?
He looks pretty beat up, but he's not in need of assistance to avoid death saves and things like that. He's about half his hit points in game mechanic terms.
Okay. Is he gagged or anything like that?
Yes, he is.
Okay. I'm gonna get the gag off of him and get him squared away and ask him if he's one of the rock seekers.
He says, "Go ask the spider next door if you want to know." I don't
Who?
want to talk to his lackeys.
Oh,
Oh, well, this is a good. Okay, I'll come in dragging the corpse and just lay him on the brazier and be like, "Who's this guy?"
All right, so his eyes get really big, and he says, "You and your dragonborn friend just did this."
I look at him sort of accusingly and say, "Is there anything that you would like to say to me? Perhaps an apology for judging me based on my appearance?"
He says, he says, "Yeah, maybe I do need to apologize. So tell me who you are.
And
Who are you?"
my name's Brom. We're here on behalf of your brother to find you.
Gundren, he says, Gundren's still alive.
Yes, and also the other one.
And what about my other brother whose name the DM can't remember right now?
Yes, we also remember that guy whose name we can't remember.
I just gotta whisper. I don't know who that guy.
We did.
We did, but he was unconscious.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
Like at the very beginning of the cave.
At the very
Yes.
beginning of Wave Echo Cave, you all ran into him.
Yes. Everyone is fine.
Except for this guy. He's a little dead.
He says, "Well, I could hear a few things through the wall, and I knew he was having problems getting into the rest of the cave, and was trying to come up with some way to deal with a flame skull. Have you run into the flame skull yet?"
We trapped it in a box.
99 problems, but a flame skull ain't one.
Yeah.
That's truly amazing. He says, "Thank you to all of you."
So, what happened? How did you end up down here? How did you get captured?
Well, he said, "I was minding my business, wandering through the streets of Phandelver one day while I was waiting for you, I presume it was you all, to arrive with some supplies, and so we could strike out for the mine. And I was just taken off of the street by a group of, they call them the Red Brands. Have you heard of them?
Oh, yeah, we dealt with that.
Distant memory, yeah.
I was taken off of the streets and brought here. And that's all I've known since then is just listening to this drow rave on and on about how he's going to take the mine. And I assumed he'd already killed my brothers."
Do Do you know what he wanted here? What was he looking for?
He wanted access to this magical forge that's called the Forge of Spells. It's able to create magic items. That's the same reason I and my brothers are here, to try to reactivate the mine so that we can start using the forge again.
Oh wow. Do you know where it is?
He says, yeah, absolutely. If you've got past the flame skull, I can take you right to it.
Oh man, guys, we gotta go check this out.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Brom would definitely be into a forge that makes magic items. Sign me up.
All right, so I'm assuming he's been unbound now and is free to lead you through.
Mm-hmm.
So he steps out the door, and the first thing he does when he turns to the left is he kind of jumps because he sees this spider down at the bottom of the stairs, and starts kind of backing up fearfully.
I just sort of yell ahead. Yes, I had the same reaction, but don't worry, he's friendly. We have an elf, and she took care of everything.
Yep. Yeah, he's my buddy now. I go over and pat his head.
Okay. And it just kind of nuzzles up a little bit to Xanaphi as she pats his head.
Companion now?
Not quite, no.
Oh, dang it.
It will
Well,
inevitably
Beastmaster.
it will inevitably turn on you if you don't do something, but at any rate, for the time being, it's fine.
Okay, good.
So he kind of leads you back through this area right here where you had a previous battle, and then he kind of stops as he's walking down the channel right here and shakes his head at how you just laid waste to everything in here. He listens a little bit, kind of wonders what this banging sound inside this chest is right here, and says, never mind, I'm not going to ask any questions about that.
Yeah, you don't want to know, and I really would advise not opening that.
I don't want to fight him again.
I think we broke it so no one could open it.
No, we tried.
Pauses right here and kind of looks at the different entrances to the room like he's trying to remember from a map that maybe he's seen before, and then he heads through this way.
Oh.
And he ends up stopping right here and says, this is the room with the Forge of Spells. He says, but I'd be careful about entering it unwarily. Who knows what's in there? The rumor is that the dwarves that owned the mine and the mages that they worked with did something to try to protect it before the great battle that they lost that was fought in these mines.
Can we ask him to go in first because he's a dwarf? Maybe he's less likely to
Maybe it won't affect him.
Yeah. And worst comes to worst, he's not even in our party, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
She does, but in Elvish or something, no one understands.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Does anyone want to puppet master the Black Spider's corpse? I'm down to operate some of the arms.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
This feels like a flashback to the first time we played. With, with the goblin corpse.
Goblin corpse.
Yeah. Remember how well that worked.
Okay. It made me cover.
That's true. Worst case scenario, it's a meat shield.
Exactly.
Can I walk up to the this is a door, right?
Yes, this is a door right here, and there's a door right here.
Okay.
There's double doors right here.
Okay. Can I walk up and just sort of listen? Because I seem to remember we heard something in here, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I'm going to do the same thing to this door over here.
I'll join him on the other side. I speak primordial, in case it's primordial.
You speak primordial?
Yeah.
What?
But why?
It's the language of the elements, and my thing was the
Ah.
element of water.
Okay, that makes
My
sense.
background.
Okay. So you definitely hear something that's moving around in the room, and just kind of this otherworldly kind of hissing every once in a while.
Hmm. More spiders? Probably.
I gotta know what that is.
Yeah, me
Is
too.
there-
After someone heals me,
Oh, do you have any health potions? I have two.
I will happily take one.
Okay, I hand you a health potion.
I also have one if we need.
Not great, but that's fine.
Oh wow, yeah. Mm.
We want to take a short rest.
I have 0 hit die. It would give
Yeah.
me my key back though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
let's do it.
Take a rest.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
what do
on
we got to lose, right?
That's true. Okay.
I want to make sure that the black spider is definitely 100% dead. Like, I'll cut off his head and then throw it one in a giant pool of water over here and then separate it from the body.
Okay.
Man,
Aren't you supposed to be like?
Shah's for real.
I'm not good. I'm not a good person. I'm also
But you're
just
not
built with a flaming
cool.
skull.
We've noticed. Shah is for real.
It does not.
I'm gonna question Nundra some more about this.
Yeah, I want to. The only thing I care about is making sure that we use the information that I got out of the brothers. So I want to make sure that he played dice or something when they were kids. I think those will be convince them to tell us
Okay.
Oh,
because of the
that's right.
doppelgangers.
That's right. We had all kinds of information about him.
All right. So let's go.
Write that down.
So you're gonna ask for his story about when they were kids, and wait for a story about dice or something like that.
Yeah, or like say, talk about playing cards when I was younger or something, and then hope that he does the same except for dice.
Okay. Go ahead and make a investigation check. Let's do investigation.
Sweet. -1. A 10.
That's enough to hear him. He tells stories about playing dice, but they're not specific enough to make you feel for sure that that it's him. But that's a common experience for kids his age. So, and you don't get enough details to really make out the rest of it. But you're certainly not suspicious based on what you've seen from talking to him.
Yeah, weren't we worried that he was gonna be the blue guy, and then we killed both the blue guys?
Yeah, so I'm not like super worried either way, but maybe they had a triplet that I don't know, that they just keep hidden. I feel like it's probably like pretty paranoid, but I've also seen shows where that was a thing. So whatever.
Anything's possible.
It's true. It's D&D. Anything is possible.
I'm gonna ask Nundro if he and his brothers knew that the forge was here, and if they did, do you know how to use it?
He says, yes, that's the whole reason we wanted to recapture and reactivate this mine, was so that we could use the forge and profit from it.
Okay. And then I point at the door and I say, I think there's something bad in there. You think that there's something bad in there, but there's something else in there that we both would like to get our hands on. If we go in there, do you have our back?
He says, my brothers and I have spent years and months, years upon years, searching for this mine and putting together the clues for it. We've spent fortune trying to gather the information that we need on it. But it's clear none of this would be possible for you all. So I feel certain that I and my brothers will be willing to annually share some of the profits from the forge if we reactivate it. And if you can help us to get access to it in here, then on top of that, we'll let you have an item off that's made from the forge as the first things that are created by it. He says, I feel confident I can speak for my brothers on this.
Okay. Do I feel like he's being honest and forthright with me?
Make a perception check.
With perception or insight?
Insight. Let's do an insight.
Okay. Ooh.
Hey.
Okay, well done. So yeah, you feel like he's genuinely being grateful and he's genuinely offering to share some of the annual profits from the mine with you, as well as to give you a magic item.
Okay.
Yet you feel like probably you could get most of that without even stepping in there, just based on what you've done so far. You'd go so far as to even think that, but you're not sure there's a whole lot more he could possibly offer. He's obviously not going to give you the deed to it. So
sure, they put in this work to get this far. All right, I extend my hand and like clasp his forearm as sort of like shake on the deal, and I'll also hand him my hand axe.
Okay.
For a weapon.
Okay.
And I'm going to say we should go rest up. My friends and I are a little roughed up. We should rest up before we try to head into this room.
Okay. So are you taking a long rest then?
I don't know. What is Shah? What did you want to do? Because you don't have any more hit die left. Do you?
So long rest would be more beneficial, but also it doesn't seem to make like fictional sense in this case. So I'm okay with doing short if someone has additional healing. I found out that I actually do have another healing potion, so I can just use that.
Okay.
It wouldn't bring me to full no matter what, but I'd be potentially pretty close.
Okay. And I have another healing potion I could give you if you need it.
Yeah. I think like make sure that you guys keep yours in case someone ends up going down. But
yeah. I kind of need it less because I have pretty high hit points and I have second wind. So.
Right.
Okay. So I say
mine. Oh, sweet. The exact same roll.
Okay. Let's do our short rest.
I can't really complain though. I killed that guy in one turn.
It was pretty ridiculous.
Okay. So does anybody else have anything I don't think anybody else needs to recover anything except Brulin, maybe.
I have in my thing called Song of Rest.
Yeah, but I don't have any hit die to expend.
Oh.
So that gives a bonus when people do expend hit die.
Oh. Never mind. Not cool anymore.
Do you have healing word yet?
I do. If you want me to use that too.
It does. There's no healing that isn't spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably save that for later.
I think this is probably fine. If we need to heal, we can heal during the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So short rest. Say we just tuck away somewhere, or maybe we go back to that room we rested in earlier. And I'm going to roll some hit die.
Oh, okay. So now Song of Rest would work for you, or Song of Healing. I don't remember the name.
Is it a cantrip?
It's a class ability. If you play take a rest, it's like plus 1d6 or something per hit die.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let me check.
I would gladly take that.
Yeah, plus 1d6.
Okay. All right. So, and then the 1d6 should get me to full. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. I'm full. I'll get my breath weapon back, and I'll get my action surge back. Sweet.
Are one of our pets chewing on something? Ah, dang it. Be right back.
All right. So what next? You finished your short rest. You've recovered. You're back outside, standing outside the room that purportedly has the Forge of Spells.
Can we tell if the door is locked?
It looks like you can turn a handle and push these double doors open. They're these massive double doors. I mean, they're about 5 feet across each.
Okay. What about Xanafy's door?
Sandy's door is a little bit smaller.
But it still looks like I could open it.
Yeah, you could open that as well by turning a handle.
Well, do we want to sneak in or do we want to ambush?
Well, if we're going to sneak in, it's certainly not going to be me sneaking in, so I'll leave that decision up to someone else.
I'm happy to ambush. I like running in and punching things until they die. It's been pretty effective so far this session, so I see no reason to jinx it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess with the situation being what it is, I'm okay with that too. I mean, we already killed the big bad evil guy.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll be good.
What if it's like 2 flaming skulls? I'd be so upset.
2 flaming skulls and they both cast fireball on the same turn.
Yeah.
And you're all bunched together. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all just get into like this little corner over here.
Yep.
Like this seems good.
Okay. Do we want to just Shaw, do you want to grab one door handle and pull, and I'll grab the other one and pull?
Okay. What if they're push doors?
Then we look foolish for a second,
Okay, and then we push?
and then we push.
It was what
It's a
you
plan.
were supposed to do.
All right.
All right. So you push the doors. They do open inward for you.
So we push them open.
And you see across the room
Shit.
Are we just dead?
this
Oh god.
this large creature that's kind of floating in midair, and it has 5 stalks that come out of its head. Every one of them has an eyeball on it. And then it's the long tongue that's sticking out, and it looks at you, and it kind of speaks in this deep voice that sounds, it's very calm and sounds very wise and ancient. And it just says, "Who seeks to enter the Forge of Spells?"
Never mind. I'm out.
Oh man, it looks like a ghost from Mario mixed with the monster from Amnesia. It's just no.
So, like, player knowledge, I just want to leave.
I mean, yeah, that's me too. It's like beholder bad. Oh wait, this isn't a
Now,
beholder.
yeah,
it's a
this, you
spectator.
would not recognize this as a beholder. You know what a beholder looks like. It's not a beholder, but by the same token, it looks like a very ancient. I mean, it's the same kind of category of a beholder,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
very ancient, very wise, very measured in its personality.
Oh snap. So when it speaks to us, do we all hear it?
You hear it in. I neglected to mention this. What you hear is something in your minds. It's not
Okay.
speaking out loud.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was about to say, wouldn't he bite his tongue a lot?
With that, I reach back and I grab Nundra by the arm and I just sort of pat him on the back and kind of push him forward.
Here we are, buddy.
Like, here you go. This is you.
All right. So he says, if you please, my name is Nundro. I'm a dwarf who spent many years trying to seek out the forge. And the spectator says, and why do you feel like you're worthy of the forge? And he just kind of stammers, like he doesn't feel like he has quite the words to use to talk about it. So I was many years ago with standing in this room and guarding the forge for its owners while the forge was under threat and assault from those who wanted to take it from them. He says, tell me, what became of the owners?
I'm gonna step up and say, I don't know what happened to the people that owned this forge, but this is Nundro Rockseeker, and his ancestors were worshippers of Mathwin, and this mine was his birthright. And just wait for a response.
Okay. Are you trying to sell this in the sense of this is literally his birthright, or he has earned it as a birthright by his actions and so forth? So you're talking about a check here or a charm check?
I'm selling it in terms of like ancestrally. His ancestors worked this mine and it was lost, and now he's come to reclaim it.
Okay.
And it's so I guess it's sort of like
playing it up, embellishing it a little bit.
Yeah. So whatever you want it to be, I guess.
Let's go ahead and make it a deception check. Okay. And I will give you advantage because of the speech that you gave.
Okay. I like it. Here we go. Ooh.
Okay.
So the spectator kind of hears you very cautiously and listens to everything that you have to say. And you look at Nundro, and he asks some more questions. And so you speak for a few more minutes. He learns that all of the original owners were destroyed in this battle. You tell him the tale of the battle that had been fought in the forge. He learns that after many years, these dwarves that had a passion for it have sought it out. He hears about all of your good deeds and taking out the grand black spider. He hears about how the Rock Seekers have treated you fairly and have offered to give you a share in this. And he says, very well, he says, since it's clear that the sorcerer who summoned me is gone, and it's clear that he would want this mine, and to me that this would want all in hands of people that would be worthy of it, I will depart. It is yours, Nundro Rockseeker. And he vanishes back into the plane that he came from when he was summoned many decades ago.
Dang, we just talked our way out of a fight.
We did it a lot, kind of.
So it's a few days later, and you all find yourselves back in Phandelver. You can all select after the game, if you want to, a magic item of plus of rare ability, probably for it be a glaive for Brulum. It would probably be a magic bow, +1 bow for Xanaphi. And then it's a little different for our bard and our monk because you don't really have weapons and armor that you use per se. But you can pick anything that's of a roughly relevant value that's a rare magic item and can take that, and you're preparing to leave Phandelver. Gundren and all his brothers have all recovered, and the town's all kind of gathered around, and they had a celebration the night before in your honor. You're preparing to move on, but they want to go have some words for them before you leave.
Not particularly.
I just do like a sign, and then I like just do it again. That's it.
That what?
A peace sign, like peace out.
Okay.
Phandalin is a lovely place. I've enjoyed my time here very much. You guys stay out of trouble, and remember to be excellent to each other.
All right, the old Bill and Ted exit.
Yep.
I just do like
Spider.
oh yeah, my spider pet. What happens to
Because
it?
that spell only lasts 24 hours.
I think it's even less than that. I
No,
got
it's 24.
for some reason. Yeah, do we just leave him in the cave after we killed all his brothers?
You should say that like you've been eating it. Friends with it.
Yeah, you can manage to train it enough, not where it could travel with you, but maybe it could be a pet for the rock seekers. It kind of helps to guard the mine for them and lead them around and that kind of thing. We'll say you could have done that for them.
Something tells me that's like the last thing.
Spider.
Trained.
Yeah. Every time he sees it, he gets the chills.
All right, and with that, your adventures in the Lost Mine of Phandelver will end, and you will all have 588 XP for anybody moving forward. On that point, you can level to 5.
It does not.
No, 5's still a ways off, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much
And
was it? 500 and...
88
Okay.
a piece.
I think that's 4671 for everybody.
91. Unless I messed up on that.
So that's, what is it, 5 where you get to 5th level, 5,000?
I think it's
65.
6,500. So you're still a ways away then. All of you are.
Yeah.
Wait, how many XP is it again?
588.
588. Yeah, that's what we had before. You're not in the sessions. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stream now.